BLUF Gaming here with a quick tutorial on how to use the crafting system in the game SCUM, a new early access game that just hit Steam within the last couple of days. To access the crafting menu, you hit Tab and you go to the crafting tab. This shows you all the items that you know how to craft, and whenever you choose which one you wish to craft, just click on it and you will get a list of the components needed over here on the left. If you see these arrows down below, that means there are multiple options to fill that requirement. So for instance, if you want to build something that has multiple components, you can look and see if there are different options for each of the components. The number up here in the right will tell you how many of those components you need, and then once all of them are present within your inventory or vicinity, in the bottom right behind my handsome bug there will be a craft button that turns yellow. Click it and you will make the item. Occasionally you'll see an item that has both required items and then required tools, and they will have icons to designate them as such. Also, you'll occasionally see items that have both required items. You see the green outline right here? Those are items that you must have. And then the blue ones they call bonus components. Adding those on will give your items extra durability or effects depending on what you add. If you'd like to see a step-by-step process of how we build some of the basic things such as a shack for a respawn point, a wooden box to store our items, stone knife, tree bark rope, and the stone axe that I have on my back, stick around for the rest of the details. Thanks for sticking around. If you're new to BLUF Gaming, BLUF stands for bottom line up front. I get all the very important parts of the tutorial. I put them right up front before the intro or anything else. That way you can get the information you need and back to your game as fast as possible. For those that want more detail, you just stick around to this point, and then we do everything from the beginning to the end. So let's start a brand new game, and I'll do single player just so we can have a bit more reliability. So this isn't a character creation tutorial, so I'm going just to skip this first part, or at least not really do much with it. And yeah, I don't care. I don't care what any of this is. I'm just trying to get you to the tutorial as fast as possible. Okay. Spent all my points except for Dex. Good. Name already in use. Alright. Tutorials. There's good old BLUF Tutorials, the felon from Croatia. Off you go, BLUF Tutorials. You have a strange name. Okay, so we're going to cover just the very basics of crafting in case it's not immediately apparent to you how the crafting system works. And I'm going to do this by just crafting some of the most basic stuff you're going to use. We're going to start by getting some rocks. Look to the ground wherever you are, and sometimes you'll be given this option to search for rocks. I'm going to press F to search for rocks, and you see one has appeared right there. And we actually want 2 rocks. Now whenever you're given an F menu, in case you're brand new to SCUM, you can hold down F and see if there are any other options. If there are other options, while you're holding down F, you can just click on the one you want to do, and you will do that. Okay, now there's a rock here next to me that I just generated. I also have a rock in my inventory, so if I press Tab and go to inventory, you see I have a rock. Where is my rock? Oh, my picture's in the way, but behind my nose right now there's a small stone, and also up here in the vicinity, this is the second one. So items in the vicinity are not in your inventory. They are they're just nearby on the ground or on a table or something, but you see now I have both of them in my inventory. One's in my shirt pocket, one is in my pant pocket. However, when you're crafting, it doesn't matter if it's in your inventory or if it's in your vicinity. So long as it's within one of those two, within range, you can use it for crafting. So let's go over to the crafting menu, and we're going to make a stone knife. You see here the stone knife requires 2 small stone. It says a small stone right here, and then ×2, letting you know how many you need. And it will highlight both in your inventory and in your vicinity which stones it's going to use. So if there are 10 stones around, only 2 of them would be highlighted red. Then down in the bottom right, there is a craft button, again behind me, and it's yellow, which means you can craft. If it's grayed out, you cannot craft because you're missing something. So I click on craft and I start to make the stone knife. Alright, let's go back to inventory, and you see in the vicinity we have a stone knife. So let me pick that up, and now we can use that to do some other things. What I would like to have, a stone axe. A stone axe requires a small stone axe head, a long wooden stick, and some type of rope. Now if you take a look here at the bottom of some of your ingredients, there are these arrows. That means there are multiple different items that can fulfill this requirement. So here it says you need 1 long stick, but if I click to the right, we find out that 1 small wooden stick also works. So I either need 1 long stick or 1 wooden stick. I need 1 5-meter rope, or 1 improvised rope, or 1 tree bark rope, or 1 wire, or 1 thread, or sorry, 2 threads. You see there are multiple options here that you can use. I'm going to go with the tree bark rope since it's something I can make nearby. And let's get started on this. Small stone axe head. We find that right here. You see that takes 2 more stones, or 2 small stones. So let's search for more stones. There's 1. And there's another one. Okay, so let's craft our small stone axe head. And then our next ingredient needed, we needed a stick. So one way that you'll get a lot of sticks is by chopping down trees, but we can't chop down a tree unless we have an axe. What a conundrum. Well, the good news is that if you have a knife like we do, you can actually go to a bush and you get the option to cut. Okay, now if we look in our vicinity, we have gotten 2 small wooden sticks and 1 long wooden stick. I'm just going to leave these right here for the moment and start working on our next ingredient, which is the tree bark rope. Let's take a look at tree bark rope. That requires 5 long wooden sticks, and we're going to use a stone knife. We already have the knife, and we have 1 long wooden stick, so let's cut down a few more bushes until we have a total of 5 wooden sticks. Okay, we got 2 small and 1 long. The long one is the only one we wanted, so let me take that in my hands. There we go. And I'm gonna start just dropping them over here where I cut down that other bush. Here we go. Drop. 2 more to go. Sorry, 3 more to go. I'm gonna start by getting these bushes that don't actually generate anything. Some bushes nearby generate fruit or herbs, and let's not be too wasteful if we can help it, right? Okay, this bush gave us a lot of small ones, and it also gave us this this large one. Now the small ones, you can actually craft small or large ones into a bundle of sticks. So let's craft a bundle of sticks. A bundle can hold up to 5. And this will just make them easier to pick up if we come back here to grab them. See, there's our bundle of sticks. And let's check, see if I picked anything up. No. Alright. So I've got the wooden stick. We still need 2 more. I don't think that bush is big enough. Hopefully it gives us a large stick. It may be too small of a bush to give us one. Oh, it gave us one, good. And one more. We can cut one of these big ones down. Oh, there are 2 wooden sticks here. I can only carry one in my hand, so I'm gonna make a small bundle of these long sticks and carry both of them back. We'll have an extra long stick over there when we're done. And take this bundle, put it in our hands, and back to our crafting spot. Okay, now what we'll want to do with this bundle, when you're ready to use them, just uncraft them and they'll turn back into all of the sticks that you originally had. So now if we go to our tree bark rope, you see it highlights the 5 longwood sticks. When we click craft, we'll strip off all the bark from those sticks, consuming them, and that will give us 1 rope. And now if we look at our stone axe here, I'm not getting a yellow indicator yet, so let's make sure it's using a small stick. The tree bark rope are both highlighted, but that stone axe head, I thought we made one of those. Oh, we didn't, did we? Or if I did, I left it somewhere. So I'll make another one. It's not hard to find 2 stones. It may have been in my hands and then I accidentally dropped it somewhere. Where did all my sticks go? Here they are. Okay, let's make another small stone axe head. And now, you see this is no longer red or yellow. We have all the ingredients necessary to make our small stone axe. Excellent. Now that we have a small stone axe, we can really get to business and start cutting down trees. Trees will give you logs and sticks together. You see we have a lot of wood available to us now. And these are things we can use to make more important, and well, not necessarily more important, but more of the core items that we need. I'd recommend right off the bat trying to get both a wooden box as a place to store some of your things and a shelter. If you're on a server, an online server, and it resets for some reason, say it just has a scheduled reset time where there's a bug with the server and it takes a few minutes to reset, any items that you have left out lying on the ground are going to disappear. And as you probably already know, the inventory space that you have in the beginning of this game is very limited. So you'll want to create one of these boxes as a place to store things, and you'll also want to create a shelter, as this will give you a respawn point. Whenever you die, you are given a few different respawn options, and they all cost fame points. You see in the upper right I have 15 fame points. Those you spend whenever you respawn. For 25 points, which is the cheapest option, you respawn anywhere on this map randomly. Other options that cost more, all the way up to 100 points, can enable you to choose, for instance, a specific sector like C2 or A3 to spawn in, or even spawn right with one of your squad mates, which costs 100 fame points. So you don't want to die just for no reason. I'm not saying you won't ever die in this game, but be sure that if you are risking your life, that you're doing so necessarily. Okay, so as I said, the shelter will give you a new option on that respawn menu, allowing you to respawn in a new place. The shelter is going to take 6 small wooden sticks. We already have plenty of those. It's going to take 10 long wooden sticks, and let's see how many this tree gave us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 from that tree. We'll probably need to cut down another tree or 2 just to get these 10 sticks. And then we need some sort of rope. We don't have regular rope. Actually, I'll just go ahead and skip. We're going to need the tree bark rope, but here's a problem. Tree bark rope you need 2 of instead of just 1 as you would need for a regular rope. So if you haven't scavenged regular rope or something else in this menu, you'll need to make some tree bark rope. Each one takes 5 long sticks, as you just saw. So we're going to need 10 long sticks for the rope, 10 long sticks for the long sticks, and then 6 small sticks so that we can make our shelter. But we just got 5 long sticks from this tree. We have an extra one back in the pile. We probably need to cut down 2 more trees. So I'm going to go ahead and craft one of the ropes. And now I'm going to go chop down another tree and craft the second rope. Okay. So let's take a look and see if we have any leftover large sticks here. You can tell the difference quickly by seeing which ones weigh 0.2 kilograms, the small sticks, or which ones weigh 0.4 kilograms. None here weigh 0.4, and none at our last tree that remain weigh 0.4. So we need to go ahead and chop down a couple more trees, and hopefully that will give us the 10 we need. Your items do have durability, and you see here at the bottom that small little orange line. That's the durability that this knife has available. Our axe is in a lot better shape. So now we need 10 of these sticks all at once, so let's go ahead and craft one of these bundles and take these bundles back to our original crafting spot. We'll make that where our home is going to be. There's our bundle, and we'll just put it right there in our hands and leave it over here in the grass where we've been making everything else. It was around here somewhere. One more tree to go. I don't remember where all those small sticks were. So let me go make a couple of bundles of small sticks here and at the other tree, and we'll bring those all back into one place. Great. Now let's uncraft all of these. And it looks like I need, let's see, I need to go find out what happened to my tree bark ropes. Are they not in my inventory? They are not. So let's go find out where we set those. There's one. Sit it in our pile of sticks. And where was the other? Was it over here? There we go. Now that everything is in one place, we take a look here, and well, you can't see it through my handsome mug. The craft button is turned yellow, and let's go ahead and craft our shelter. There we go. We now have a little lean-to that we can use as a spawn point. If you die, as I said earlier, you'll be given the option to come back to life right here, and hopefully this is where you'll have all your things. The last critical item we want to build is a wooden box, and this is going to take some wooden planks, 8 wooden planks, and then lo and behold, 2 more tree bark rope. So that means we need to get some planks from somewhere, and also we need to cut down a couple more trees to make that rope. You see, when we look at a log here, we're giving the option to cut into wooden planks. So the planks are easy enough. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have enough planks. Now we just need the tree bark roped. So a couple more trees, and we should have a box to store our goods in. So you saw that I just started a new game and I instantly went into crafting. I'm just doing that because this is a tutorial about crafting. If you're actually trying to start a game and survive well, I would actually recommend that you go out and you start searching first. Go find some houses and look around and loot. You'll want to get new clothes as soon as possible. That's where you'll get most of your storage space, unless you get lucky and find a backpack right off the bat. Obviously a backpack is the best way to store things. Also, you can get a waist bag, basically what some people will call a fanny pack. You want to get all these things as fast as possible, and also you're going to need some food. I'm not certain that the guy I'm playing right now is going to have enough time to go out and get sufficient food, since I've spent all of this time crafting. But this guy doesn't have to survive. This guy just has to teach us how to make some of the basics. So you saw I made both of the tree bark ropes, and I have my 8 planks here. So let's craft our box, and I'll show you how to use the box, since it doesn't really work like your other inventory containers. Clothes have pockets and storage space in them. Backpacks obviously do too. And when you're using those inventories, they'll have different slots here. You might wear a jacket that has 6 slots, fanny pack with 6, backpack with 30, something like that. But that's not how this box works. A lot of games you would go up to a box and you'd press F and choose to open or something like that and look inside. That's not how this works. I wanted to search for rocks. Searching for rocks so I can have some different things to put into this box. Okay. So if we look in the vicinity over here, you see we have that wooden box. This arrow, and this arrow you might see appear on many different items. It could be like if there were a pair of pants that had pockets on the ground, you would see a similar thing. That indicates that this item has its own inventory space. If you take an item from your own inventory, such as this small stone, and drag it onto that item, it will go in there. You can also drag directly from the vicinity and put it in there. And if you want to see what is in the container, just click that arrow and you see that they will be there indented. So that's all I have right now on the crafting tutorial. I just wanted to cover the basics to show you how to get started and how the mechanics of all this work. If you'd like to see some more SCUM tutorials, just stick around. I'll be making more all weekend, and hopefully I can have all the basics covered for you, hopefully within the next few days. If you want to like, comment, or subscribe, every YouTuber has to ask in the end, right? So I guess I do too. Of course, you can dislike as well, but whenever somebody dislikes one of my videos, I buy an NVIDIA 2080 Ti video card. I take it out in the backyard, pee on it, and then smash it with a hammer. We don't want that to happen. Thanks for watching Bottom Line Up Front. Hope to see you next time.